lock it in. Yeah, it's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in. Are you ready to be entertained, educated? A little stimulation for your brain. Lock it in. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to love? Then lock it in. Lock it in. Yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, lock it in. It's the Joe Lockett Show.
What's going on, everybody? You're locked into your favorite eating right. It's your boy Joe Lockett. It's 4 minutes after the hour. How you guys doing on a Thursday on the digital airways of the Lock It In Media? Welcome in. What's going on, everybody? Hey Roy. Hey Ricola, Ozzy, Nakia. How you doing? Miss K. How you doing? Wanda, Calvin. How you doing? Pearly. What's going on, baby? Nisha King, the young lady. How you doing, Laura? How y'all doing, man? Welcome into the Joe Lockett Show. Do me a favor. If you guys are watching the show, hit the hard button. That's free. Just hit the hard button. And also, if you got time, go ahead and, subscribe to the show. Follow us. Patricia, how you doing, baby? Also, we got the one and only Nephew. He's coming from a secret location. What's going on, Nephew?
You
good, man?
Yeah, I'm straight.
Oh, good.
Why you so low on the screen?
Huh?
Why are you so low on the screen?
I have no idea, but we're gonna keep it rolling today.
See,
what's going on, man?
Yeah, I'm good. You see, I got my merch.
Huh?
Yeah,
you got your move on. You went ahead and embraced. You're a mama's boy.
No, I told you that. Nah, bro, don't piss me off before the show starts.
Huh? I'm just saying you haven't embraced that, sir.
No, because I'm not.
Well, that's what you say, but like I said, there are signs, sir. There are different signs that shows that you may be. I'm just saying. Don't hate, participate, sir.
What we got?
So what's going on with you? You good?
I'm good. Yeah.
You sure you good? You sure?
Yes.
All right. I don't know, Denise, since you may stop by today. What's going on, Denise? How you doing? CHO, how you doing? Dre, how's it going, man? We got a lot to get into the show today. We got entertainment and news.
Yeah. We got a few stuff that didn't happen over the night, and some more and some updates, honestly. So yeah, we got some stuff to get into.
All right, man. Well, anything you want to talk about before we get into the entertainment news? You got something on your mind that you want to get off your chest today?
Let me see.
Did you get your car fixed?
No. my
hell?
My car found a whole nother problem right out of no. As soon as I got one problem fixed, another one just came up right after. So you can imagine why I'm just okay.
Man, that's not good, bro. What's up, SSW? What's up, Henderson? What's up, Dirty 79? Hey, man, I want to put this out here before we get into the show.
Okay.
That, on this show, we try to have fun. We try to, joke around a little bit. And, we have we are charismatic on the show. Okay? Nephew and I, and Denise. But what we will not tolerate on the show is people being mean to other people and criticizing folks. You will get blocked. Please understand that. At the end of the day, this is a fun show. Huh? Go ahead, Nephew.
I'm concerned. Expeditiously, you will get blocked.
Yeah. So don't do that, y'all. We've had a few, I ain't gonna say problems, but we've had to handle a few situations, unfortunately, for a couple of people that's being mean to other people. Like I said, I don't care what people say about me. I think, some people have been posting some stuff about my show. That's cool. But because if anybody watch my show, they know that my show is from a good place. So I'm not worried about what people say. That's the internet. So I don't buy into all that. But the other stuff, being mean to my followers, being mean to you guys, I'm not going to tolerate none of that shit. And I'm just being honest. Hey, Lady J, what's going on, Melva? We're not going to tolerate that. So Thanks for our moderators out there checking and making sure everything is good. And if you guys, and I'm telling my moderators, man, don't even freaking call me. If you see somebody doing something that that's detriment to the show, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and mute them, and we can talk about it after the show. You know what I'm saying? If you mute somebody, let me know that you muted them. But then you can talk about it after the show. But mute their ass, you know what I'm saying? And then we can handle it from there. We put them on suspension or whatever. All right, but let's not let anybody mess up our show that we've been doing now for the last 7 or 8 months. All right, we appreciate you guys. All right, thanks you guys so much for that.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add to that, Nephew?
Oh, my only thing to add is, if I have to see it while I'm producing, there will be no questions asked, and don't ask for sorries. So I say that for my end. Do not ask no type of questions. Don't try to hit nobody up. You will be ignored if I gotta come in and handle it myself. And I that's pretty much a wrap with that. You feel me? I'm with Joe on that. We are a very lighthearted show. We do not try to take everything serious, and when we do, we have our pockets and our time for it. We are here to entertain, educate, and have fun. But that other stuff, like I said, if I got to see it, if I see it, it ain't no questions asked, and I can mute anybody. So let that be warned for now.
I appreciate it, Nephew. All right, man, let's get into the show, bro.
Moo. All right. Well, we can go ahead and go into the news.
What's going on, Tamise? Hey, Tamise, we need to get with you because we definitely want to get you on the show, baby. You and your family, your kids, so we can light up some candles and light the studio up. So come on in. You seen what we did with Carol, so we love to do it with you. And we get ready to do entertainment news, man. We got social media's popping on Facebook. There are a lot of folks in there. How y'all doing?
Yeah.
I don't know if that Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I don't know which one all it is, but there's a lot of stuff going on over there. How y'all doing out there on TikTok, X, Facebook, and YouTube? How y'all doing? We appreciate you guys.
All right, let's go ahead and get into the news.
Let's go, man.
So we'll go on with our live entertainment. Without further ado, here they are.
It's cliffhanger.
Love it. I just love it.
I don't even know if you heard it from
Kyoko.
Your end. But
I did hear the but hold on before we get to entertainment news. Kyoko, if you can hang on to after entertainment news, I'd love to bring you on the show here just for a second. So if you can hang on for probably about 15 minutes to come back. She's on TikTok, Kyoko. I was her leading man. So I love
I heard your song.
I know she got time, but if she got time right after entertainment news, I'd love to bring on TikTok to holler for a split second. All right, go ahead with entertainment news.
All right. First thing first. Now, I do not know if this is going to be another pandemic worthy type of thing, but apparently, in world news, monkeypox has just got global.
Monkeypox.
Yeah, it was an emergency sent out from Africa. I think it was either last night or while we was on the show, and they sent out that it's been at least 14,000 cases in Africa this year, and it claimed at least 500 lives. And honestly, I think that's like downscaling it. They said cases are up 160%. Yeah, monkeypox. So I ain't.
Oh my goodness!
Ain't trying to deal with no more stuff like that, because I know a few years ago, before COVID, there was like Ebola was going rampant over there, right? You heard me?
Right. Okay, monkeypox. Yeah. Well. How do you not catch the monkeypox? They giving the things that we shouldn't be doing, so we cannot not catch the monkeypox. Because I have no idea what the hell that is.
I would say go to search up your disease control or prevention, whichever country you listening to this in. I know we got something like that in America, but I'm sure everybody got their own processes on how to prevent it and stuff like that. But I just know right now.
Being professional and saying you don't know.
Oh, dude, shut up.
Just say, hey, I don't know. Google it. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna get nobody no wrong.
You're going
Ain't
through
messing
all
around.
that bullshit. Just say, yo, I seen the thing. I didn't look up really what it was. At the end of the day, I don't know. Google it. Okay. Let's not
Yeah.
bullshit our listeners, bro. Come on. If we don't know, we don't know. It's okay. Stop trying to sound professional, sir. It's okay.
I ain't trying to look. You go to the folks that's professionals in it. God lead. See that?
Go ahead,
I
man.
was
Next
doing
story.
good. Man, I was doing good. You want to mess somebody up? Alrighty. Next up, then in professional news. I got a question. Is this a real thing? I
What's
guess
that?
the vice president, the potential vice presidents are trying to have their own debate. For some reason, what Tim Walz and Vance, I think that's his name, they
Yeah.
agreed to a presidential debate in October. Now,
Okay.
from what I'm hearing, no, what you said?
Better than the presidential debate. That's gonna be 100% better than the presidential debate.
Oh wow, word.
Oh hell yeah. Both of those guys are educated. They know how to speak, and they know how to stay on subject. That presidential debate gonna be trash. I'm probably not gonna even watch no more than about 2 minutes of it because it's gonna be trash. Because it's gonna be what it is right now without them two standing in the same room. And I'm not gonna sit here and listen to two people lie to each other. So yeah. But yeah, I look forward to looking. I'll definitely watch the debate between the vice presidents. Yes, that's going to be a more substance debate. And something. Honestly, the race may be determined by them two debating because it damn sure ain't gonna be determined by the VP and the former president. Them two, they no, they're not gonna be able to get anything done because they're gonna be talking over each other. She's gonna be crass about him because he's gonna he's going to try to overtalk her and say some things that are not true. So she's going to be crass and he's going to be an asshole. So that's going to be a personality debate and not a true debate. So I'm not looking forward to their debate coming up soon.
Well, they said at least about 5 different potential dates.
Well, she only agreed to one. See, Trump is trying to get as much time as he can because the polls are tight and he's losing in some polls. So he's trying to get any kind of way to trying to get some footing because he didn't want to do nothing but one debate when he was debating against when Joe Biden was running because he didn't need it. He had all the free airtime, he had the angles, and he had Joe, kind of pent up, right? But when Kamala came out, right, and she's doing her thing now, and she got the money, she got the crowds, he got to compete with that. And he's not being able to take the news cycle. See, Donald Trump used to be able to take the news cycle. He's not taking the news cycle now. She is. When he turned on the channels, they're talking about her. And when they're talking about him, it's in a negative fashion. So he needs as many brownie points as he can get. That is why you see the former president on all these different platforms trying to talk to people, trying to get something to stick to VP Harris. And he's failing horribly at trying to get something to stick. I think if he stuck to the substance of his policies, I think he would win, but he continued to go after demagoguery and going after somebody's character. That playbook don't work anymore. And what you have to realize, a lot of his constituents that were voting for him prior to 4 years ago, some of them have passed away. And now you have a whole new voting electric here that's out here. Millions of people who don't know Donald Trump and do not like when you sit here and talk about people, especially when you're talking about a woman, whether she's black or white. So Donald Trump needs to come to reality and listen to his team and stop thinking that he has the best answer. Because if he continues on this path, I think he's going to lose.
Okay, I was saying that the vice presidents is set for 4 or 5 days. Yeah, they got some set days in September, October. I see 2 of them in September, the 17th and the 24th, and then in October they got potential dates for the 1st and October 8th. So, hey, if you want to keep up with that end with the VP they debate, stay tuned on that end. I got this from.
I hope he only does one debate, man. I don't think you need to do another. Unless you did something horribly wrong, they should do one debate and let it be. Me debating you 3 or 4 times, bro. It's gonna be the same thing. So why do I need to debate you 3 or 4 times? My stance is not gonna change. You know what I'm saying?
No, those are just potential dates. They haven't set on a date yet.
Yeah, but if I'm gonna say this, if you're winning, don't accept don't accept any more debates. Whichever side is winning, don't accept any more debates. Let that last word stand because you can go in and get sucker punched and lose all your momentum if you allow somebody to come in and give 2 or 3 debates. Do one debate and keep it moving. Whoever wins, keep it moving.
Now, I will say before we leave this topic, since we already talking about the debates and stuff like that,
Uh-huh.
your man Stephen A is getting some bad press off of what he said about Miss Carmelo. Did you see that?
Boy, if you boy, stick with VP Harris.
VP Harris, my bad. I said it by
boy, listen.
I said it by habit.
So what did Stephen A say?
Stephen A, he said something about her not doing a lot of interviews and how he said that's not fair and that he expected to hear from her. It was like catchphrase. He was like, oh, man, we ain't heard from her in like 3 weeks.
See now, you know how much I love Stephen A, but don't buy into what Donald Trump is saying. Now, Stephen A, to me, you're going after clickbaits, and I love me Stephen A. Smith. You know, to be honest, y'all, everybody know I kind of take after Stephen A. I look up to him. He's my mentor without him knowing it. I really started my career, you know, wanting to be like Stephen A, you know, because he's one of those guys. Besides, Steve Harvey's my first, Stephen A is my second guy. But I'm gonna have to disagree with him on this point. I think VP Harris got her time set when she wants to sit down and do the interview. She's letting Donald Trump do his thing, shoot all his missiles, see where he's going, how he's going to handle her. So when she sat down and do the interview, she's gonna wipe the carpet with his ass. That's what I think. Or that's what she's gonna try to do. Like Donald Trump will try to wipe the carpet with her right now. She's letting him go out. You know, I think what she's doing right now, honestly, she's doing like what Muhammad Ali did to who was that on the default? George Foreman. He's doing the rope-a-dope. Taking all the punches, taking all the punches. You see what I'm saying? Taking all the punches and everything. But when I sit down and do an interview, it's going to be of substance. I'm going to hit on every damn thing that you said. I'm going to have facts on what you said and what you didn't say. And so when I do my interviews, I'm going to knock you the hell out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't think she's doing interviews. I am not a Vice President Kamala Harris fan. I'm not the biggest fan of hers. I'll be honest. I would be the first person when I was on radio and everything. I didn't like her. You know, she's not my person. But I'm going to shoot straight. I'm not going to bullshit the people. She's being smart in what she's doing right now. Nephew, she's being very smart, right? She's not saying much. She's letting him do all the talking. And the more he talks, the more he's losing in the polls right now because he doesn't have a stance and nothing is sticking. And he's just throwing a bunch of stuff up against the wall to see that tomorrow is it going to stick on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and, you know, in the social media, internet stratosphere. That's smart to me. Stephen A, to me, I hate to say this, but I believe he's getting the talking point for what Donald Trump is. She's not doing interviews. Donald Trump ass only started doing interviews when she ran for president and he saw the groundswell that she had. He was not doing interviews when he was doing Joe Biden. Come on, Stephen A. He was not doing no interviews. He was just doing pot shots, talking shit, wasn't saying nothing, right? He was not doing any interviews. He only started doing interviews when the vice president started to raise a lot of money, getting big crowds, and he was not the talk of the town no more. Then he started doing interviews. Then he started doing press conferences. Come on now, let's not do that. Let's keep it real and keep it fair. Do your homework, do your research. Don't come out here talking shit when you're not looking at the whole picture. Let's not put this woman or this race in one small box and don't look at the totality. The presidential race been going on for a minute. He changed his strategy because of her. This was not his strategy before. And now he wants to say because he's doing it, now that's the right thing to do. That's bullshit.
Yeah, and I think that's like one element. I don't think she would be better off trying to play a Donald Trump game anyway. You know what I mean? Like I'm with you. I think she's going about it in her own way and doing it in a way where it fit more towards, or you know what I mean, it's building her own type of personality in the race. If she going off doing what Donald Trump gonna do, she gonna lose in that. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah, so I would say, you know, again, I'm not taking a side in this, right? Y'all never see me get on this stage each and every day and say good, bad, ugly. I keep it straight across the board. I'm telling the bullshit that The vice president brings to the table and telling the bullshit that Donald Trump brings to the table. I always tell my listeners and our listeners, you vote your conscience, you vote your family, you vote what you believe in for this country. What direction you think this country should go in, that's what you should vote for. How I vote is not going to determine how I feel about you. This is America. We all have our own choices, right? And but whoever I vote for is who I vote for, who you vote for, who you vote for. When you come out the voting booth, man, let's go to dinner, let's go have a beer, let's have a talk, right? I'm good with that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not going to get on this podium and talk about if you did this, you're wrong. If you didn't do this, no, man. This is America, right? Vote your conscience of what you believe in, and may the best man or woman win. Let me tell y'all something. For me, my black ass has survived under every president that's been here, and so have you. So when somebody will say to you that the world is going to come to an end when the president, when this person is elected, they said about every president, and they're still here. So cut the bullshit. Let's love each other, have great conversations, have great debates, and vote. I don't need to drag for the person that you love, that you're loving right now, or you got the vibe for, right? It's an honest debate. They both are two different people. They are. But I'm not going to drag them on my show because I value one person's opinions better than I value the other person's opinion. I'm not going to do that shit. I love all of y'all, man. Real talk. I don't give a damn who you vote for. I just say, please go vote. Vote your conscience and make sure that the people who believe like you or love like you, go vote that person and let it win. It's called the presidential election by the people. So if when the people speaks, damn it, that's what it is. And I'm going to go, if he wins, that's my president. If she wins, that's my president. And guess what? I'm going to get up the next day and do my damn podcast and go to work and raise my family. I don't give a damn about all of that. I have in my mind who I hope who wins, but if they don't, I'm still going to be okay. And let's keep it moving. Anyway, I mean, to go to that. Let's go.
Nah, yeah, I mean, you was gonna do it though.
I mean, man, you know, I just get tired of the BS, man. We don't have to fight about disagreements of the person that we like the best. You like them, you like them. It is what it is.
All right. Well, speaking of what it is, this has been trending lately. Now I did see the interview, and I kind of took away the same thing what the people was, but let me go ahead and spell it out for you. So okay. Mark Rubin, you know who that is, right?
Yeah.
He was on the Breakfast Club. Shout out to the Breakfast Club.
But I know who he is, but Mark Rubin, a lot of people don't know who he is. So go ahead and explain to our audience who he is.
How can I put this in simple terms? Mark Rubin is a super famous billionaire. I forget the company that he's over. But he is
with a lot of celebrities, through a lot of celebrity parties, and well connected. And if you know Mark Rubin, you can be connected to a lot of things, movies, videos, music, and everything else. He's that dude.
Yeah, he's one of those dudes. He's literally one of those dudes.
If you get everybody to a Mark Rubin party, you the shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's the persona. That's the persona. Yeah. But Mark Rubin is also very known with his relationships that he have with most folks in the industry. So he was doing a interview on the Breakfast Club. I think it was either a day or two ago. And one of his takes has been gaining traction, and folks do not like what he said.
What did he say?
He was talking about, because they asked him about his relationship with Meek Mill and how at one point they was when the Diddy stuff was coming out, they was talking about Meek Mill like he was gay and that he bent over backwards for Mark Rubin and Meek and Diddy and all the other stuff. And Mark Rubin didn't like the discourse that came from Black folks. He said if it's one thing he can be honest about that he don't like when it comes to Black people, is the Black hate on hate. Okay. And a lot of folks do not feel like that was his place to say.
Why come it wasn't?
Because he's not Black.
So what? He can speak on what's his opinion. He didn't say anything wrong. He didn't say nothing bad. He didn't say nothing derogatory. I don't see anything wrong with him saying he don't like, the Black on Black crime. I mean, what's wrong with that?
Now, I'm not gonna lie. This been a mixed conversation with our folks. Because folks is taking your in on it. It's like, hey, he wasn't lying. We got a lot of in-house hate that be displayed in a lot of scenarios. And then other folks is like,
man,
we
stop
get
telling
that,
white
but for some folks, they like, well, we're the only type of people that would allow outside race to speak on us and what we do wrong. And I think a lot of folks is more upset about the fact that he's the one saying it. I guess you can say that, but I mean,
well, we don't want to hear the truth from somebody else. You don't damn sure don't listen to it when we say it. So if somebody else saying it and other people outside looking in at our culture, right, and seeing what we're doing, damn, don't you think at some point we should start listening to somebody? He didn't. I detect no lies in what he said.
I mean,
I'm just being honest. I detect no lies in what the man said. He didn't say anything derogatory towards us. He spoke the truth. I don't like seeing it. That's his opinion. I don't like seeing it. I spoke many times on this platform and said I don't like what we're doing, but we continuously do it. Man, the people who are saying that, y'all full of shit. In my community, I'm black and I can say it then. I don't give a damn what you say about me. Y'all full of shit. Y'all just want to say, because the white man say anything about y'all, right? If it ain't something that you're the best thing that ever lived, we love you very much, you don't want to hear from white folks. Well, stop doing dumb shit. Real talk. If we want to love each other. But when we do some shit messed up, damn, people need to go ahead and start saying this is what they see. And if that's what they see, how you think if the position that he's in and he see you doing it, you think he's going to bring you into his circle? Come on, man. Yeah. The noise I did on Mark Rubin on this particular situation, I'm with him on this one, bro.
I ain't really got no place in it. But I mean, yeah, he did speak the truth though. We do got a lot of stuff to go on with him.
About the black community. Let's not sit here and hold his whiteness against him because he said something right. Come on, man, stop it. Nah, Mark Rubin, you spoke the truth, bro. And man, listen, keep doing your thing out there, bro. Keep speaking the truth. Like I said, I don't feel bad as a black man, no kind of way, because he said that, because what he said is true.
Now, Mark Rubin since has apologized on it. I'm
mad. Now I'm mad at him. Now he wants some bullshit.
Let me read it. Let me read
it. Hell no.
Let me read it because I want to ask the question at the end. Like I said, he has since apologized about it, and this is his quote. He said, "I got a phone call from one of my people I have the utmost respect for in the world. They told me, while I appreciate your intention, it is not my place to speak on black culture. I get it, and I really appreciate the input. My intention was to say how important it is that we need to uplift each other, stop hate on each other, and to push each other to win. I always root for the other's success." And he said, "My bad, much love, and I appreciate the feedback." And he shouted out the Breakfast Club. Now, my question to you, Joe, who you think this was that went and checked Michael Rubin, out of all people, and made him apologize?
Jay-Z.
I have to know who you think that is.
Jay-Z.
That's what that's what I thought too. That's the only person I think could ever get that off. Jay-Z had to eject him.
I can see Jay-Z saying something. I would say, who could do it? Jay-Z. I don't know if he did it. Let me say that.
Yeah, we all assume this is not.
I don't know if he did it, but the person who got that kind of cachet would be a person like Jay-Z. Before No Diddy became No Diddy, it would probably been him. But I'll probably say Jay-Z. But I'm gonna say this here, man. Why are you apologizing for speaking the truth? I'm gonna ask black folks, who went out and said that white people are not allowed to speak the truth on us like we speak the truth on them? The man didn't say anything wrong or derogatory. It's different if you when I said y'all ninjas, blah blah blah, this, I'm tired of saying this. That's different. But what he said the first time, I felt the love and the respect out of it. I didn't take nothing wrong from what he said. I didn't take nothing wrong. And my whole thing, man, Stop apologizing for true shit. Stop apologizing if it's coming sincerely from your heart. At the end of the day, this council culture, y'all full of shit. The man was speaking truthfulness. He was speaking from his heart, and I felt nothing when, because I just heard from you saying it. I felt nothing, like I got mad at him for saying anything like that. I didn't feel anything. So
And
why
I,
are you
hey, I
why do you
sympathize.
making people apologize? See, this is the bullshit that I see. You make people apologize for shit that they don't need to apologize for, and shit people need to be apologizing for, they don't. And I'm just being honest. I get sick and tired of people apologizing for something that they really don't need to apologize for, Nephew. But people who need to apologize, we don't really make them apologize. I can call out a couple of people and a couple of things going on right now that people really need to apologize and be checked for, and they're going unchecked. Ain't nobody saying nothing about none of it. You see what I'm saying? That's bullshit. That's bullshit, man. Anyway, I'm gonna digress. Get off my stump speech and let you continue, bro. Go ahead.
Well, hey, that's on it on that one. Let's go to the next one on the docket.
Okay, Kyoko.
Now, next on the docket, we have the guy that played Chandler on Friends. I'm trying to get his real Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry?
Yeah.
He
Now,
passed away.
yeah. If you know about him, like how you said, he passed away last year. I guess around this time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And now further information has been let out, and they have apparently arrested multiple people over the death of Matthew Perry. Now, if you remember when this first started out, it was reported as an accident because I think he was found at home. Apparently now they have, I guess, further investigated things, and they arrested multiple doctors. I know from what I seen on the news, they arrested multiple doctors, and they've said that because he was having drug problems and stuff like that, and they were supposed to be the doctors to be helping him, but apparently they was exploiting him. And from some of the reports, like don't quote me, but from some of the reports, they were saying that they made his situation worse. So, man, how you feel about this news that just got reported?
Matthew Perry was a grown man. He bought, if it's true what we're allegedly hearing, he paid for what he wanted. And, he knew the risk, I would say, right? I don't believe you can take advantage of sane people. Now, he may not have been insane, but as a grown man, I have to be accountable for my own actions. I understand people want to blame stores and blame doctors and blame a lot of stuff, right? But I'm not cut from that cloth. If Joe Lockett did something, I did it. And I got to be accountable, and I got to be held accountable for it. And whatever price that needs to be paid, it is mine and mine alone. I don't want to drag other people down with that. And I believe if the man was here, I don't know Matthew Perry personally, but I believe if he was here, he would say, I made this choice. They were just people who actually sold me the medicine. People are like, well, they shouldn't have sold it to him. Everybody has a price. Now, if you want to go after them and say, and take their license or something like that because they shouldn't have been doing it, I get it. But for them to go to jail for the rest of their life or something like that, or people just extort money from them, I don't think that's fair.
I disagree. This
Okay.
is some of those cases similar to how things happen with, like some folks say, with Whitney or even with Michael, where they're paying you for the service of either rehab or rehabilitation. You know what I mean? And especially if they're dealing with substance abuse, like I think he was, for some of those cases, you don't be all the way there. And for some of those cases, you're not always aware. And when those withdrawals will hit really, really hard, to where now, if you don't trust the person to help you, you're you know what I mean? It can be some pushback or some actual let go. You know what I mean? And I think that was kind of similar to his case. And if that is the case for them, like we said, it's all alleged. But if that is the case, they deserve to be arrested, because I don't think you were doing in the best interest of this man. if you are actually prescribing things that he didn't need or that was going to keep him there, we're going against what most folks would say is the purpose for a doctor. The doctor is supposed to help you get better. I know what most folks say behind the scenes when it comes to the doctors and stuff like that here, but the premise is that you help the patient, not keep the patient. You know what I mean?
I
And
understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna say this, bro. Everybody has their price. Like I said, do they should their license be taken? Yes. And here's the other thing you got to think about: Michael Jackson or Matthew Perry is not walking into that doctor's office and say, "Give me whatever they were taking," right? Propofol, whatever, right? They're not saying they're sending people to go get this stuff for them. We don't know how that that interaction goes, right? Money talks, bullshit walks. Some of these doctors may not have known they was getting stuff for Matthew Perry. This person may just said Joe walked in and said, "Hey, I give you $30,000 to keep me supplied every month with this here," right? Because 9 times out of 10, Matthew Perry don't want his name out there. So again, like I said, even though they're doing it ethically, it's wrong. Should they lose their license or never be able to practice or distribute medicine again? Yes, but to go after these folks, in the detriment of Matthew Perry, I disagree with it, but I hear you. That's two sides to it. So I got you.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Matthew Perry and his family. Yeah, condolences to y'all, bro. Now, lastly on the list.
Uh-huh.
And this is kind of for me, I'm be honest. Shout out to Wale. He announces that he's gonna do his Every Blue Moon tour. I love Wale. He one of those types that's he not part of the three that I usually name, but he is in the same class of those. And we had that conversation the other day as far as creatives and stuff like that. Folks forget Wale was one of them. You know what I mean? He was on the scene, huge, megastar. You feel me? So I love to see anything coming out from him in the creative sense. I love the fact he's still making music. He's still dope. And shoot, I like artists like him getting pushed back into the forefront. And it seemed like that's what he's trying to do right now with his tour, reigniting some things. He said it's gonna be kicking off next month, all through here. The closest that we got for a show would probably be Atlanta.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, shouts out to him. That's my only input on that. You got any?
I'm not a big Wale fan. I mean, I like his music, but I don't, I'm not, he ain't my dude like that. So no.
Bet. All righty. Well, that has been all of the news for today. If you guys enjoyed that, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. And if you subscribe, and make sure you hit the noti bell and stay hip to all of our drops.
All right, man. Thanks, Nephew, for the entertainment news there. Kyoko said she had to go. She had to go to the studio, but we're gonna get her and Valton on the show here real soon to talk about her new video release, where her new project is releasing. And my good friend Valton Johnson, that's making a couple of movies, he's gonna be over here. We're gonna get them on the show real soon. So looking forward to getting them here on the show. Today on the show, man, we got a lot to get into on a Thursday. When it comes to relationships, comes to kids, it comes to yourself. I got to ask this question. I saw this and this is Thursday, and I'm gonna be a little, in your business. Nephew, how many times in a month do you require, if you're in a relationship, to be intimate with your partner? Hey, Shar.
Do I require?
Would you like to be intimate with your partner? First, I wanted to. Well, let's go monthly. How many times monthly would you require to be intimate with your partner? If you're in a monogamous relationship or you married,
this is a requirement.
Would you prefer your preference? Let me say preference. Then how about that? Your preference?
Okay, preference 40-50.
Huh?
40-50.
40 or 50 times a month?
Yeah.
Are you just listening to what you're saying?
Yeah, like what? At least 10 a week? At least 10 a week.
So you're talking about twice a day? Really, nephew?
Maybe. I'm not
Really,
gonna lie,
bro?
maybe. No, I mean, it's preference.
Yeah,
That's
but I'm saying so you saying if you with your wife or your girlfriend, right? You will want to be 40 or 50 times a month
I'm
with her?
probably engaging with you at least twice that day.
HR
I'm
Bays
probably
in the building. Thank you for the roses, babe.
that's why I scaled it
Okay,
like
so
that. I'm probably
everybody
finna
listen to
engage with you at least
everybody
twice
listen
that
to
day.
okay, so if you're in a monogamous, if you were or are in a monogamous relationship, right? How many times a month um do you feel you need to be intimate with your mate? How many times a month? Nephew say 40 or 50.
Yeah, like because I'm finna engage with you at least twice that day. So it probably would be 10
It
that
says
week.
20 to 25. Okay. 20 to 25 is a month. Okay, we're talking about monthly right now. We're going monthly.
Yeah, monthly. Yeah, I probably get to 40. I can see
40
I
or
can see myself
50,
getting to 40.
nephew? That's well, okay.
I can see myself getting to 40. 50 is probably highballing.
Char
50 is
says
probably
10.
highballing. But
Char says
40,
10.
I can see myself doing 40.
Okay. So let me ask you, ladies, because when I'm asking this, right? Does intimacy, right, determines how good the relationship is?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Does being intimate with your mate determines how good the relationship is going or not going to be?
No.
Really?
I'll
So,
smash you when I'm upset, honestly.
so what y'all saying is, okay, so I'm basically I'm going to say the average people saying in a month's time, because nephew is I think he's off the Richter scale here.
I said 40.
Your ass ain't laying it down 40 times in a month, bro.
You don't know what I'm doing, sir.
Bro.
Move.
Consistently, you can move your ass all you want to consistently, bro. 12 months in a row,
Man.
you're gonna do 40 times a month.
Like I said, Joe, at least
Bro,
twice that day, I'm probably engaging.
You got 5 to 10 days that you out of commission anyway. You got 5 or 10 days you out of commission. How the hell you gonna get 40 to 50 in a month, bro?
I ain't think about me personally. Hold on.
You got 5 to 10, you got 3 to 10 days you're gonna be
30,
out of commission.
30 25. 30 25. Because you're right. I do be working. I do be working. 30 25.
She be working,
30,
she be tired. You know what I'm saying? Things happen.
We're gonna break through that tide.
Okay, so I'm saying between 10 and 20, which is reasonable, right? For being intimate with your mate monthly. Okay, so
Rachel said it's not everybody out of commission.
So what?
Rachel said everybody not out of commission.
I understand that. Listen, you may have your good months or your good week, okay? But real talk, you're not doing 40 to 50, bro. Times a month?
If I worked from home
and she worked from home.
And my wife worked from home or she didn't have to work.
Because you got to get it in twice a day.
Yeah, it's probably 40, 50. If we all based at home, it's probably 40. It's probably 40. I'm not gonna lie. But if we add that workflow in, when work started to be working, 25, 30.
And you come home. Okay, so like I said, 10 to 20. Okay. I'm gonna say, max 20, 25, minimum about 10, 15. Okay, so
I didn't think yours was gonna be lower than mine.
Oh, I'm older, bro. When I'm not saying that that's where it lays at, but I'm saying on average that's where I be. I may get over. We may do over some months, we may not do, but average, right? And here I'm going somewhere with this. And reason why I'm asking this question, right? Does intimacy interfere when you don't get it, how you interact with your mate? I agree with you, Mary. I agree with you. So if you're not intimate with your mate because busy, health-wise, whatever the case may be, does that interfere with your relationship? Real Talk Thursday, y'all. Because if you ain't getting none, I guess the question I'm saying here on the Joe Lockett Show, if you ain't getting none, are you frustrated? I guess that's what I'm saying. If you ain't getting enough, are you frustrated?
Normally,
And
yeah.
are you taking that out on your mate? It's the question I'm asking. Let's just keep it real. Only if you don't communicate that it's causing an issue for you.
Shout out Jess. I agree with that. I agree
It
with that.
may not be in the best. I may not be in the best mood, and we realize it's time to connect. No, if not, you're understanding relationship. Ray said no, because it's not all about me. So what say you, nephew?
I agree with Jess. If you ain't communicating that, I can see how that'd be a problem, and you start taking it out on folks. I know me personally though, I'm not gonna trip like that. Cause like I said, I ain't looking at it like that's that big a deal anyway. Now, I haven't lived with no woman and I have not married anybody. So I can see how that probably get a little bit different from there with dynamics. But I know with me right now, I'm not tripping about that at all.
I'm gonna
That's
say when I was go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that's an added. I'm not, you know what I mean? That ain't my main focus. What I want it to happen, yes, but if it's the goal, no, it's not really all that important.
The reason why I'm asking is we're talking about this right here on Let's Get It In Thursday. Is because knowing who you are with is going to determine how how far your relationship can go. Because if you're with a sexual person that's really sexual and they need that for their whatever they need it for, and they get sexually frustrated, the relationship does not go well. You know, I dated someone years ago. Actually, it was when I was in Japan. And when we were just messing around, we was hot and heavy. But when we got into a relationship, she didn't want to do it so much. And it became a problem for me because I was used to it being, in a frequent way, but then it became, here and there or a hit and miss. And here's the thing about when you start to pull back in the intimate way from your partner, right? When you do try to have sex again, it's not the same. It's not passion. You know what I mean? It's because one of y'all are there and one of y'all are not because it's frustrating. So I'm going to say for me, I'm going to say in a week's time, I would say I'd like to be intimate with, if I'm in a monogamous relationship or married, I would like to have intimacy out of 7 days. I'm going to say 3 to 4 out of the 7, minimum of 3. So that'd be 3, 6, 9, 12. So, minimum 12 times, if that's possible. And like I said, depending on her schedule, my schedule, our sleep schedule, how we're doing. Because when you were younger, you may be doing it 2 or 3 times a day. Maybe. On the weekends, you definitely was getting it in, right? But as you get older, you're maybe doing sometimes twice a day. Because I know how some people they have a little quickie in the morning and then they get a little bit before they go to bed at night, right? So that's what people can count as their 2. And it may not be the full blown on money, but you do what you do, right? So I guess it depends on how they look, because I think it's more so. I think some people's about the whole act, and then some people's about the release. So you have to know that about your mate. But is sexual frustration something real in relationships, and can sexual frustration break up a relationship? If you're sexually frustrated and your partner is not doing what he or she needs to do, can that break up a relationship? Is my question. Being frustrated, but it's coming out of different ways, and communication problem is a communication problem. Very true, but it's very tough to say you're sexually frustrated to your mate because it's a turnoff. I'm just gonna be real. Are you talking about a true relationship or a situationship? True relationship. I'm talking about true relationship, not a situationship. True relationship. Situationships, I don't care. True relationships.
Y'all already not smashing, so who cares if it's a turnoff?
Well, I'm gonna say this, nephew. A lot of people. Well, I can't say a lot of people. If you tell your mate you're sexually frustrated and they're not in the mood to have sex with you, it's more of a turnoff when you tell your girl that you horny. Because if she's not wanting to do it, she don't want to hear you want to do it. Do we say that again? If she's not wanting to do it and you tell her you want to do it, that makes her more not want to do it, and vice versa for the dude. If she's telling you she's horny and you're not in the mood right now for whatever your reason may be, it's a turnoff. So I don't know if you telling somebody you're sexually frustrated is the best thing. Communication is good, but I think you have to know your partner on how to relay that sexual frustration to them. I think that's a different. It's an approach. Everybody's different when it comes to that. I know if I'm not in the mood and my mate try to come to me and say she's sexually frustrated, that's probably going to push me back into the hole another day, 24, 48 hours, and vice versa. Because when you're not in the mood, you're just not in the mood for whatever that reason may be. Whatever that reason may be, if you're not in the mood, can't nobody really get you in the damn mood if you're not in the mood for it. And it's a hell of a high turnoff if somebody trying to get you into the mood and you don't want to do it. It always changes up less and less as the years go by. Very true, Nate. Very, 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 very true. I think if you start off hot and heavy, I think a lot of people start off hot and heavy, nephew. I don't think they end up hot and heavy. I think the people who find they stride in doing the relationship, are able to be more consistent in the arena of pleasuring each other. But I think if you start off hot and heavy, I think I've seen where, for me, I don't know about y'all, I've seen a lot where life takes over and that becomes second or third nature in the relationship. And so now you start to scheduling or trying to make times, because when you were dating, you made time. When you get married, I don't know if a lot of people truly make time for intimacy with their partner. The kids, you're tired, work, got to get up early in the morning, get home late. I don't know a lot of folks who actually make the time to make sure they get one off with their partner, or make sure their partner gonna get one off. You know what I'm saying? Because they know it's been a while. I don't know how many people make that part of their regiment in their marriage. And the reason why I'm saying it, because I've heard women and men say this. Not just women. I've heard men say, she says she's not in the mood, or she give a half-ass effort. And I'm gonna say this, and I need to ask this here, fellas. Ooh, I got to ask this. Would you prefer a half-ass effort or no effort? Thanks for the follow, Don. Nephew, would you prefer a half-ass effort or no effort? Nate Dogg, half-ass effort or no effort? Ladies, would you prefer a half-ass effort or no effort?
Half.
You say half?
Half.
I'm like, give me none. If I'm frustrated and you give me half, bro, give me none.
I'm good with you lying. I'm good.
None.
We lying already. I'm good with you lying. No effort at all? We ain't gotta be doing
bro,
that.
I ain't say lying. I say effort. I say effort. I said effort. I ain't say the lying part. I say effort.
Joe, that's lying.
Half effort.
If you giving half effort on anything, you're not really into it. If you're giving half effort, you're not wanting to do it. You're doing it out of obligation. I'm good with you doing that. As long as we gonna lock good,
so you okay?
I'm good.
You okay? So nephew, you saying you're okay? She's just open up and just lay there, and
That's
then say
no
you
effort.
done.
No,
you cool?
No, let's not mix this up. That's no effort. She open up just later.
Okay, she give you 1 or 2 pumps.
I'm talking about that
she
little
give you
lazy.
1 or 2 pumps. Okay, she give you 1 or 2 pumps. You know what I'm saying? Hey, she said, That's good for you, bro. Come on, bro. Stop.
I'm straight.
Stop. If I
Yeah,
know how you sound, right, and we get it in, and you tell and you give me half-ass, I'm getting up. I'm out. I'm out.
Ah, yeah,
Bro,
I'm
I'm
fine with
getting
that.
up. Bro, I'm getting up.
No, Joe, no.
A
If you
quickie is
just dare
fine. A
quiet,
quickie is fine.
if you just dare quiet, why are we doing this? You just
Because you're
no,
frustrated. And it's my
no.
duty to make sure you're going to be okay. So I'm
Then
going to
lie
do
to
what I
me.
need to go do. So go ahead. Do you, honey?
Nah, bro. Nah, there ain't no point in going. I need you to lie. Keep up the facade, bro. Let's lie to each other tonight.
I can't do it, bro. I can't do the half effort stuff. I am not with
I'm
the
gonna
half
act.
effort. Do not
I'm gonna act
turn on
like
your
I'm
main
having so
character
much
and do
fun.
you.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
act
say
like I
this,
have
man.
so much fun.
I think self enjoyment is what it is. But if I got a whole woman in the house, I better be getting more. I better be getting more human interaction than I am self pleasurement. I'm being honest. I would not be in a house with somebody that I love and care about, and I got more self pleasurement than I got human interaction, unless she's going through something. But other than that, bro, we're not doing that.
I'm not gonna be in the house with a girl, and that got to be the main thing. And it's other ways to be intimate and don't have to be naked at all. But that's just me.
Okay, do tell, sir. Do tell.
Do
Says the
you
man
do?
who won 40 to 50 times, but there are other ways to be intimate. So what are you talking about?
It
Without
is.
without getting naked. Okay, so how okay,
If you
so
know your partner,
how
you
do you
gotta
get a
get
release
naked.
without getting naked? How
Huh?
do you get a release without getting naked? How do you get a release without getting naked?
No, Joe. You only looking at intimacy as sex. That's sex. No, you can't get no release without that. But
Oh, okay.
intimacy,
Okay. Talking about the
I said
romance and all that stuff. Okay, I got you.
I
But
said
you
that,
sexually
Joe.
frustrated, that ain't gonna work. That
That's
ain't
your
gonna work.
no. That's being
Bro,
sexually
if you sexually
frustrated.
frustrated, all that other stuff lead up to sex, and you ain't getting none, that ain't gonna work.
But hold on, Joe. So you believe that you can't be intimately frustrated and that mess up your sexual life?
Intimately frustrated. Let me think about that word.
Intimately
Intimately
frustrated.
frustrated.
That's a thing.
Can I
Y'all
can I be
gotta
intimately
frustrated and it mess up your sexual life.
okay? I guess I derive with the word intimacy with it leading to sex. So I can't be because it's going to lead to sex. But if that's not your definition of intimacy, because when I'm saying I'm being intimate with my
That's not
baby and we
that's not my
caressing or we
goal.
talking or we foreplaying, for me that leads up to yiggity yap boom boom chicky chicky bang bang. You know what I'm saying, guys?
But that's how you view it.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Huh?
But Joe, that's how you view it. And after a while, that's gonna start looking like a job and a chore. I don't look at my intimacy as just sex. That's not
Speak on it,
that's not
nephew.
the only thing on there. And
Speak
what I
on
mean
it.
by intimacy, I mean like if you know your partner or whatever it is, you could do certain things to where she feel a lot closer to you, or you feel a lot closer to her. That can be your one-on-one interactions. That can be little foreplay stuff that you don't have to be naked for. Like there can be stuff on that romantic-ish type end to where y'all connect a lot tighter. And then now when you do start to do that, it's more of the want. It's more of the I'm doing this because I love you and not obligation wise.
At that point, I can. But I think for okay, so what you're saying is what I believe you should already be doing anyway. I don't think you should be doing it just to make that better. I think that should be a part of your regiment and your repertoire daily with your wife or your girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You
But if
should be
you
calling,
but if you
you
only
should be calling her pet names. You should be calling her, texting her saying, "Babe, how you doing? You good? Can't wait till you get home." There should be little sweet nothings that you're doing all the time for your girl, and not just when you want some. So I think you should be, if that's intimacy, I think that should go daily
but Joe,
for me.
it's hard to describe this, and you got to be patient for me to do it. What I mean by this is not on no lovey-dovey type stuff all the time. I'm not talking about intimacy on just that front. That's just elements for me. You know what I mean? Like if I'm being intimate with somebody, I don't have to be on some lovey-dovey. I'm trying to bang you all the time for me to get intimate with you, for us to feel intimacy. Like intimacy can go from a whole different other pages, and it slowly start to build up into these. Alrighty, now we in our lovey-dovey mood, or now we in the sexual bag, or now we in the friendship part, or you know what I mean? Like it's your relationship and the chemistry. You feel me? I'm not looking at
Yeah.
intimacy. I'm looking at intimacy as like the second level to our chemistry. You feel me? I'm not just solely basing it on one thing, because if I did do that, now I'm starting to look at it like I have to do these things in order to make you happy, which we're not naturally being happy. I'm obligated to make you happy.
And that's why, and I think you're not saying the same thing, but in a different way. That's why I say daily. If that's who you are, you don't have to work hard to do that.
Facts, but you got to know your partner too, and your
Yeah,
partner
but
can
that's what I'm
learn to do that.
saying. Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is, if you go into a relationship doing those things on a daily basis, the other part will come naturally anyway. You see what I'm saying? Because once
Yeah,
you start trying to even force the intimacy at the level that you're talking about, or start trying to do those things, you're still trying to lead to something, right? Because you're frustrated. What I've learned is to make sure, and the reason why we're talking about this because a lot of people in their relationship don't realize that they're sexually frustrated um, in their relationships, and you've lost the passion. And people say, "Well, how do you lose passion in your mate?" Where you stop valuing. I think you stop valuing the relationship. You don't stop valuing the person, but You have stopped valuing the relationship and the importance of what intimacy is in your relationship. I truly believe that. I think it's so quick to put off the intimate part. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it, in the morning. We'll do it at the end of the week. Something happens. You put it off, you put it off. And you don't make it up. And it's one of those things quickly that you don't have to make up because life can be life and then what you say is factual. Well, baby, I had to do this with the kids. Well, baby, I'm tired. But baby, I got at 4 o'clock in the morning. Baby, I got to get up in the morning. Something always comes up. And I think sometimes we don't take enough time to understand that if you don't water the relationship for whatever it needs, certain parts of that relationship will die. And I truly believe that sometimes that, especially as we get older, I believe you hit your sexual peak, when you get older. I think you are learning when you're younger and you're probably more frequent and trying to figure things out. But as you get older, I think you're more mature, knowing what you want, and then knowing how to get what you want and be able to pleasure other people. Because I would say now in my 50s, I'm more at my sexual peak than I was in my 30s and 40s.
I'm kind of like a rabbit.
Huh?
You said you at your peak. I said I'm kind of like a rabbit.
Yeah, because I think right now I think I'm more in tune to what it is that I want. I think I can express myself more. Now, when I was younger, I was a jackrabbit. I was going after everything that I could. And you couldn't have told me that I wasn't the best thing that since sliced bread. Um, because I was getting it, but was I enjoying it? Right? Do I remember the experiences and do I remember the moments? Do I remember the aroma, the feeling? I didn't. Now, it's different, right? You
Uh-huh.
know, you think about it, you know what you want, and then when you're able to find the right person to be spend that time with, right? You're able to because I never really understood this part, and maybe y'all can say this here. When you say you become one with the person, I never understood that shit. I really never understood that till I got older, nephew. Right? You become one with the person. And what I had to realize is, and I haven't had that in years, but when I did have it, it was unspoken languages, right?
Okay.
When you're with your baby, right? When he's with you and you're with him, he knows exactly where to go, what to do, how much pressure, how little pressure, where to, all of that. They just know. It's an unspoken language that no one needs to say. It's just movement. It's just chemistry. And then it's explosion, right? And yeah, it's amazing when it happens, right?
You throwing out too many adjectives.
And you will hope that it, huh?
So you throwing out too many adjectives.
When you get older, bro, there's a lot of adjectives that goes into it. I'm just being saying honest, bro. When you get older, it becomes, and I'm gonna say this, as when I got older, intimacy became fun. It became pleasurable. When I was young, it was something I felt I had to do, right? I needed to do. I needed to solidify my manhood. I did, you know what I'm saying? It was
That's crazy.
Huh?
I said that's crazy. Really?
Man, listen, I'm telling you, bro, I'm not gonna even, because it sounds like I'm bragging, but yeah, I was a wild boy. Let me just say that I was a wild boy. Let me see. Huh?
You got that type of obligation to it? Like that was just a rite of passage to be a dude?
You know, the fellas that was hanging around, bro, it was bragging rights. You know what I'm saying? You go to the club that night, you go home with a female, or you go home with two females. You know what I mean? It was bragging rights. It was your ego. It was fun. It was the moment. It was there. You was doing what life was allowing you to be able to do and get away with, right?
Yeah.
What was the emotion of it? I don't know. I think it was just everybody was doing it, so I wanted to do it too. Can I pull me a girl? Can I go into the club, every night or every other night and pull me a different girl, right? Can we go to different places and pull this girl? When we pull up with our rides and our, we looking good, smelling good, car looking good. You go out to where all the cars hanging out at Peace Park, right? Can you go there and pull a female? She get in the car and you take her home.
Now
that
you
was the challenge that night because you didn't go to there just for people looking at you. I was in the Navy.
Even worse. Hold on. Hey, even worse.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. When I was in these different countries, it was like, okay, I'm getting to experience something I never seen before. A lot of women wanting you. They want a piece of you. You know what I'm saying? And who was I to deny them of the chocolate thunder? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Who was I to deny anybody of that pleasure? Man, I'm just saying. So, I had my pick of the litter during that time. So it was fun. It was fun. I wouldn't change it. Let's see. Erica said, yes, I've never been more confident and comfortable in my body. I guess you're talking about that's because you've developed emotional maturity and availability. Okay. Emotional connection and attachment when entangled makes it feel a whole lot different because now you're emotionally available. Yeah, I can see that. When you're not emotionally available, it becomes a chore. That is very, very true. Even when you're married. Navy men are the worst. Hi, Chef Funny, better known as Miss Beauty. How you doing, baby? Welcome to the show. Yeah, I think, so we're talking about sexual frustration, y'all. If you just tuned into the show right here, it's 11 minutes after the hour. Nephew, your boy Joe Lockett, right here on the Joe Lockett Show on the digital airways of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and X. Thank you guys for locking in with us. Make sure you hit the like button, share our video if you like it. If you're just scrolling through, just hit the like button. That helps our show continues to grow and send the algorithm out. So thank you guys for that. And if you like our show, please follow. And if you really, really like our show, subscribe. All right. What does sexual frustration bring about in a relationship? And ladies, I need to ask you this. If your man is sexually frustrated, and please don't tell me, just tell me, because that's bullshit. How should your man come to you and tell you he's sexually frustrated when you don't want to be intimate with your partner right now? Listen to what I'm saying before y'all answer, ladies. How do your man, and I'm talking about your sister, I'm talking about your boyfriend or your husband, okay, come to you and tell you he's sexually frustrated, but right now you're not even, that's not remotely on your mind. And don't tell me just say it, because that's bullshit and y'all don't listen and you make all the excuses. How should a man come to you? Talk to me. Let's go. He shouldn't have to come to you. He should know. You should know your man. Y'all are not helping change your mind. That's not helping. Because the fellas that's reading this post, they know that's bullshit. We know that's bullshit. I'm asking, how do we approach you when you're not in the mood? When you don't want to, you don't want me like that right now. And you hadn't wanted me like that for a week or two, right? And you, whatever you, because women go through mood swings, they go through menopause, they go through different things, right? You know, um, how do, and this is a conversation that really need to be had. How is that conversation had? And what is the mid space here? What's the mid ground for us to be able to work that thing out? On kindness and gifts. Damn, I got to buy you gifts to get some booty. Okay. He's going somewhere else.
God, dog.
I always knew where my ex-husband was frustrated. Okay, so y'all know. Okay, so let me say this. The woman already know we frustrated. So you're right. I'm going to agree with her on that. You know your man, but you still don't want to be with him like that right now. What is he to do? How is he to approach this? When he's sexually frustrated, what does that look like, ladies? There is something deeper going on. Have a conversation. Ask her what she's feeling. Okay. Do the things that makes them happy. Okay. We haven't experienced that in a year and change. We've been together. I rarely say no. Okay. Okay. I like what Change Your Mind said. There's something deeper going on. So have the conversation and ask her what is she feeling. I think now that makes sense. Take it off of me and my frustrations. Go to her without me wanting to lead back to what I want and really be genuinely um, curious about what's wrong with my wife or what's wrong with my girl, right? Because if she's not okay, and I can see that. Because if she's not doing something for me that I believe that she always have and she loves to do, and it is something. So I need to take myself out of. Okay, I can see that. Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, now thank you. Finally, I'm getting some real answers here. Because most time people are like, okay, well, just talk to your wife or talk to your girl and tell them that you're sexually frustrated. And if they love you, they will give you some. No, the hell they won't. That's bull. For me, speak my love language, physical touch, and acts of service. Surprise me by cooking a romantic dinner. Okay. A meal at home. Okay. Okay. Man, that's a lot of work to get some ass, though.
It is. And I was reading that and I was like, man, you still bound not to get it. And it go right back to what I was talking about before. She might correlate that as just intimacy and not your sexual part.
But you know something. But here's the thing, though. When you're married, man, that's the work that you got to put in. That's the stuff right there, bro, that people don't talk about. To get to the secret sauce of relationships, you got to put in work sometime when you feel that you shouldn't have to put in work. You have to go hard in the paint on things that you feel you shouldn't have to go hard in the paint in because your partner fell down. And even though that you're frustrated about whatever it may be in your relationship, you got to go get your partner, figure out why they fell down, listen to that, get down there with them, talk to them, let you know that I'm here, I got you, right? Help them up, get them back to where they need to get to, bandage them up, right? Still putting your feelings to the side, and then hope and pray after that, that they're going to get back to full strength and then get back to who they are. That's the work that people fall short on when it comes to marriage because it's not automatic anymore. It's not like a microwave thing. It's not like an open and shut door. You're putting in work without any reward. You're putting in work without any rewards. You're putting in work without any reward because you love that person. And that's when people say you got to work for it, but people don't never explain what the true work is in a marriage. True work in a marriage is not always getting a reward. I think that the gumbo in a marriage is putting work in that you get no reward for. can end the show right there because honestly, bro, that's the true testament of freaking relationships. When you putting that work in and you don't get any rewards out of it for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 7 months, right? That's the work that you have to put into some relationships because of whatever may happen within your relationship, right? You never know what happens with the person that you love, or if they get ill, if they go through suffer with depression, anxiety, get sick. You know what I'm saying? Do you love that person enough to put that work in? And that really just hit me. Putting in work without reward. That's the work that marriage and relationships lack these days. Putting in work without reward. Because I think when we put in work, we expect we need something. Nephew, what's your thought on that?
I would say you're right. Um, shoot, I don't know what to add to that. if I'm gonna get married, I guess I should do that. That's why I'm single.
In long marriages, you have to remember that there are days we don't even like each other. Very true. Very true. Very true. And this is going to hit hard, but I think women have more mood swings than men. Nephew,
I would agree.
I think women have more mood swings than men, man, when it comes to relationship. And I know that sounds so biased, but
it sounds genetically like a fact.
I don't know if it's factual, but I know for a fact I don't bring in the mood swings that I've been with women. I try my best to stay, if I'm in a relationship with you or you're my wife, I try my best to stay as even keel as possible. And I try not to bring my bad day to you. I try not to allow you to know how heavy things may be sometimes. I shield you from that. Let me see. You have to be committed to falling in love with that person over and over. That's tough to do, though. You own one today. Change your mindset. You own one. Yes, I put in the work in my relationship and don't want a reward. I'm fine with that. I disagree. Men carry the emotional load of decision making and finances, but we don't tell you though. We don't go through the. Well, I can't say what all men do. I don't bring it home. Whatever I'm going through, I don't take it out on the person at home. I try not to. And that's just been me. The only time I would get irate from a person that I'm in love with is when I feel she's attacking me. Oh, you're trying to hit me below the belt because I'm not able, or I'm not able to do something for the family, right? And then that's when the other side of me going to come out. Because if I know I'm doing my best and then I'm telling you, baby, I got it, but things are just not lining up the way I want to right now. Right. And then she'll come back and say, well, I'm tired of shit not lining up to right now. And then she'll say something like, well, I've been doing this and I'm doing my part, but you ain't doing your part. Now you're stepping on my toes. Because now you're speaking out of your own mouth with frustrations. Because when you say you're doing your part and I'm not doing my part, what part am I not doing? Because when you say you're doing your part, now you're making me look at, did you dot your I and cross your T? Because just because you did some of it and didn't do all of it, and then you just say, I'm not doing anything, pretty much. Now we're getting into pettiness. And I try my best to stay above those type of arguments. Because when you hit me below the belt, I'm finna cut your legs off from under you. And that is one thing that's really bad about me. You hit me below the belt one time, I'm gonna look at you kind of crazy, like, do you really want to go here? And if you dig in with me, and my voice get like this, nephew, and I'm like, oh, that's what we doing. And nephew, I get like that right there. Oh, that's what we doing. Oh, my elephant memory kicks in quick. right? And I'm finna light your ass the hell up, and you gonna feel about this damn big after we finish, because you're gonna give me a litany of things that I did, right? Now, all the stuff that I never said you did, and I gave you credit for stuff, and you really didn't do what you didn't do it to the way it needed to be done. Oh, I'm finna tell you a new one now, and then you're gonna sit there and say, "So you just lied to me just to make me feel good?" I'm like, "Yep."
But that sounds different to me.
No, that's just me being petty as hell, bro. I don't do that shit no more.
No, no,
Bro,
I'm not.
I
Okay,
was horrible when I did that.
but that sounds like retaliation to being provoked. I see
Yeah.
more mood swings coming from angles where you don't expect it. I see mood swings more of from other a response to other things, but being taken out on. You know what I mean? Like, because I read what EB said. She was like a lot of men, they carry that emotional load with the decision making and the finances and stuff like that. And other folks was
Mhm.
agreeing because they was like, we can see it. And I was like, being able to see it and getting treated a certain type of way from what you see, I see those as two different things when it comes to mood swings. If
Mhm.
I'm seeing a mood swing, 9 times out of 10, I either know it's not because of me or it's a response to me from something else. You know
Gotcha.
what I mean? Like when I
Mhm.
see a mood swing, it's I just so happen to be in the way. And now I'm getting whatever it is that you're feeling. If
Mhm.
I'm having like how you said with the petty arguments with my wife or my girlfriend, or if I'm
Mhm.
having the certain type of situations with a girl and it's getting a lot to bear, you
Mhm.
know where that's coming from because you can pinpoint it to something. Mood swings is more of something where you can't pinpoint it and you just happen to be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Mm. Okay. I can see that.
And
I
I
think
think I would have to be able to understand that with my girl or my wife, especially because they got a lot more stuff they got to go through. You feel me? Especially hormonal.
well, I'm gonna say this before we get out of here. I think when you realize that you're frustrated, whether you're frustrated sexually or whether you're frustrated with the person, this is going to determine whether you are in for the short term or the long term with that person. Is where I want to end this at today with people. Knowing your dig in point and I love this person, or knowing that this is my bailout point, is very important when you're in relationships. You know what I mean? I know the topic of sexual frustration got everybody's attention. And that was the point of this. But there's many other things, a plethora of things, right, that happens in relationships that goes unaddressed, but you're frustrated about. And I wanted to talk about this today because some people are in relationships right now and you're frustrated and you haven't had the conversation. You don't know how to how to have the conversation, or sometimes you just don't even want to bother the person because you know they're going through something and you don't know how to approach it, but you're frustrated. Um, I don't have all the answers for you today, but one thing I can tell you is not having a conversation is the worst thing that you can do. You have to have the conversation, but you don't have to have that conversation right away. I love what I think Change Your Mindset said. Whatever you're frustrated about with your mate, don't let that be the conversation. Go to them and find out what's wrong. I like that. That's something I can steal and use in my repertoire. Go to them and find out what's wrong, and genuinely want to find out what's wrong with them, because I think that's a way to solve the problem. Because if you solve their problem, they can get back to being who they are a lot faster than you talking about your problem and whatever got them to their point that they're not happy. Now you're adding on to what they already are feeling bad about. You remember what I'm saying? Like dumping more on them. You know what I'm saying? Even though you know that it's their responsibility, but if they got heavy weight on them and they're not doing what they need to be doing in a relationship, obviously what is in going on with them is heavier than what they need to be doing, and it's stopping them from doing what they need to do. So I appreciate that. I think that's a good one. And same goes for friends as well. Yes, yes, yes. You're absolutely right, Pebbles. Same goes for friends. Um, and you got to know who keep in your circle, right? You know who you're gonna rock with and who you're not gonna rock with for long term and short term. And the one thing I have learned in life, America and nephew, everybody's not meant to be with you for a lifetime. Some people are made to be with you for seasons and for a reason, right? I don't think God brings people into your life for no reason, but I think God brings people into your life for a reason, and he brings some people in your life for only a couple of seasons, right? And it makes you better for what that you're about, whatever journey that you're on. It makes you better for that. I'm a witness, and I got many testimonies to I've lost people in my life, but it made me better for the other people that was coming into my life because of what happened or didn't happen in the previous relationship prior to me meeting the new people that were coming towards me. Because sometimes when you're asking God for different things, the people that's in your life are not going to be on that journey because they are different than you, right? Their wishes, y'all values don't line up anymore. The friendship is there, but the values don't line up. So that friend can't take you to the next friend that you're going to meet. You know what I mean? And that's a hard thing for you to understand. But I never believe God take anybody away from me that shouldn't be there. And I never believe he don't bring a stranger to me. So I'm very, very acutely aware nowadays that at the end of the day, I look to this person and say, okay, what am I learning from this person, whether it's good, bad, ugly, and different, or what connection, or what is this going to take me to? And each time I sit back and I scan the room and I listen to what's going on, man, I say, I got it. Thank you, God. I know why you did that for me. I do understand now. God don't give you everything you ask for. He give you what you need, right? And he helps you build that goal, right? He gives you this, he gives you this, he gives you this, he gives you this, and give you this. And by the time he gave you everything, now you're that person you need to be. So what you're about to receive in is abundance. Now you can handle it. Because if he give it to you now down here, you're going to lose it. So I've learned now is if I'm asking for 10, he's going to probably give me 3 to 5, right? That's what I usually get. And then I have to figure out how to manage that 3 to 5, right? And then once you learn how to manage that 3 to 5, next time I ask for 10, right? Someone tell me you need to ask for 20 or 15, right? And that's to me, that's me and God language. You know, I'm asking for more because he's going to give you that 10 or 15, but he's like, you're already ready to handle this, so you need to ask for more. And that's the way my life has been. I don't know if that's worked for y'all, but that's been for me. But anyway, we got a couple of things that we got to do today, guys, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed the show. So we're gonna get here about 30 minutes earlier. But tomorrow's Big Daddy Fish Friday, right here on the Joe Locker Show. Yeah, y'all see that? Y'all see that fish fry stuff right there? Yeah, we're going to get some of that Big Daddy Fish Fry tomorrow. So you guys stay locked in. We're gonna have a great show. You gonna be in studio tomorrow, nephew, or you gonna be at, on location?
I should be in. Yeah,
All
I
right.
should be in.
All right, man. Tell the folks goodbye, sir.
Oh, hold on. Let me make sure they see me. Yeah. See y'all later.
All right, y'all. Y'all know how we do it. Jatim, Temo, Ashtamas, Eat Liberty. What does all that mean? It means your boy Joe Lockett, nephew, and niece. That means we love you. You guys have a great night. We'll see you guys tomorrow.